Okay, so this is glycolysis, and glycolysis is the first step of cellular respiration. And the main purpose of glycolysis is to produce energy in the form of ATP for the cell. This process takes place outside of the mitochondria in the cytoplasm, and it was used by prokaryotic organisms like this one long ago to help them make ATP when there was no oxygen on Earth. Glycolysis is a 10-step process, and it can be divided into two more simpler ones, 5 of which are energy using and 5 of which are energy producing. Now, you start with a 6-carbon glucose, and you add 2 phosphates and 2 ATP that turn into a 6-carbon diphosphate molecule and 2 ADP. Then there's 2 NAD, which are reduced to, 2 NAD plus, which are reduced to 2 NAD and 2 hydrogen ions. And then the NAD and also the FAD are used later in the electron transport chain. And you then divide this into 2, and you get 2 pyruvates that are also used in the second step of cellular respiration, known as the Krebs cycle. And then, since 4 ATP are produced, but 2 have been used in the beginning of this process, there's a net gain of 2 ATP from the process known as glycolysis. Now, if a cell can't respire aerobically and does so anaerobically, fermentation occurs. And in this process, the supply of oxygen cannot keep up with the demand of ATP, which results in buildup of, if it's fermentation, lactic acid, and that's the fatigue and the muscle pain that we feel when we run because there's a lack of oxygen. And lactate fermentation occurs in animals, plants, and most bacteria, but there's a second type of fermentation called ethanol fermentation, which occurs in few bacteria and yeast.